Good morning to all of you. I am Narendra Kumar Ahuja. I am a freelance trainer with Electronic Sector Skills Council of India and National Skill Development Corporation. I am a jury member also with them for RAC in World Skills. I have done MSc in Physics with specialized in electronics, and I have 38 plus years experience in consumer industry. However, for the last several years, I have also been in teaching, since teaching is my passion, and I am doing teaching and training both. I am also doing online classes in science and maths for classes 6 and above. As you may have seen my previous videos, one of the videos was on linear equations in two variables, and the next video was on quadratic equations, part 1, solving by factorization method. Today I am going to discuss about quadratic equations, part 2, solving by completing the square method. So this is from NM Vidya, which is my concern, and on behalf of that, I welcome you all. Before I proceed, message for all of you in these COVID times to remain safe and follow the guidelines issued by the Government of India. Your state governments and your respective local self-governments. It's always a very good idea to keep social distancing, to wash your hands for minimum 20 seconds, use hand gloves whenever you need those. While going out, put on goggles or specs. Do not forget to sanitize your hands. Use face mask when going out. Take care of kids and the elderly. Do not spit in public places. Keep your house and neighborhood clean. And if your seniors do not follow the guidelines issued by the government, you must force them to do it. Now we'll talk about the method of solution by completing the squares. As you already know that a general quadratic equation is of the type ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. And in this, now we have to do one thing. We have to make a square on the left hand side. How do we do that? First of all, make the coefficient of x square as 1. So divide the whole equation by a. The value of the equation will not change. Now next step is to take the constant term, that is c in this case, take it to the right hand side. After that, on left hand side, to make the complete square, what you have to do is that you have to multiply the coefficient of x, which is b here, by 1 by 2, and you will get 1 by 2b. Now you square it and add this to left hand side. and also to the right hand side, so that you'll get an equation of this type. You are already aware that if we are adding in an equation, we are adding something on left hand side and same thing on right hand side, the equation doesn't change. The value of the equation doesn't change. So you will get the equation of the type x square plus b by 2 xa plus 1 by 2 b whole square is equal to 1 by 2 b whole square minus c. So you had added 1 by 2 b whole square on left hand side and same on right hand side. Now this on left hand side is becoming a perfect square. What we'll do? This is a perfect square is equal to whatever you have got on right hand side. After this, you can see from here, once you square it, you will get x square plus 2 into b by 2. So 2 will cancel out and you will get bx, which was in the original equation, plus you will get 1 by 2 b square, which was also on the right hand side. So this way, after once you have solved this, then you will take the under root of this, and from here you will further solve to get the value of x. Now we'll go to solve an exercise. Here we have got solve 6x square minus 27x by plus 30 is equal to 0. As I already told you, in this, first of all, we have to divide the whole equation by 6, so that the coefficient of x square becomes 1, and we will get something of this type. I'll show you here after that in further examples. I'll not be showing again. So here, once we divide this equation by 6, we get x square minus 27 by 6 x plus 30 by 6 is equal to 0. Next step is that we take this constant term on the right hand side, and we will get x square minus 27x by 6 is equal to minus 5. You know 30 divided by 6 is 5, and when we take it to the right hand side, we get minus sign. You have to take care of the signs. Please note it. If you don't take care of the signs plus and minus, your answers will be wrong and you will be in a problem. Now we have to make this left hand side a complete square. For doing this, what do? We take this b, only this coefficient, without sign, because sign will be added here. You will see how. And now we multiply it with 1 by 2 and we get this. Now we do whole square. Now supposing this is the right hand side, so on the right hand side we have got this, and on the left hand side we will get x square minus 27 by 6 x plus 1 by 2 into 27 by 6 whole square. You can see here that I have added this 1 by 2 into 27 by 6 whole square on the left hand side and also on the right hand side. But this, if you cancel out these, supposing you are cancelling out these, then you are left with the same equation, x square minus 27x is equal to minus 5. Now, on the left hand side, we have got a complete square. How? You'll see. X, we'll get now x. Now here, if the sign here was plus, then we would be using here plus. But since the sign here is minus, so we'll use minus, because we are going to use a formula a minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So we put the minus sign here and we write it like this: 1 by 2 into 27 by 6. Now we whole square this complete. You know, when you open this bracket, you will get x square minus 2ab. So 2 cancels out this 2 and you will be left with 27 by 6x and plus, because when you are squaring, then this sign will become plus 1 by 2 into 27 by 6 whole square. On the right hand side, you will get, if you cancel this, then you get 3, 9, 27, 3, 2. So you get 9 by 4. So on the right hand side, you get 9 by 4 whole square. That means 81 by 16 minus 5. Or this will be equal to 1 by 16. Or this will be equal to plus minus 1 by 4 whole square. So x will be equal to, here again, here it is 9. So you get x minus 9 by 2 whole square equals plus minus 1 by 4 whole square. So when you take under root, then you get x minus 9 by 4 is equal to plus minus 1 by 4. So we get the values x is equal to 2 and 5 by 2. Roots are 2 and 5 by 2. I leave it to you to cross check these, put these values in this equation and see whether the roots are satisfying this equation. Next, we'll move to the next exercise. The next exercise is completing the squares. Exercise 2. We have got here 3x square minus 2 under root 6x plus 2 is equal to 0. So first of all, we will divide the whole equation by 3 and we'll get x square minus 2 by 3 root 6x plus 2 by 2. 2 by 3 is equal to 0. Because we are making the coefficient of x square as 1. Now we will take the constant term, which is 2 by 3, to the right hand side and we get x square minus 2 by 3 root 6x is equal to minus 2 by 3. As I told you, now we have to make it a complete square. So we will add something on the left hand side and something on the right hand side. What do we add on the left hand side? I'll tell you. We have got this 2 root 6. So what we do? 1 by 2 into 2 root 6, and we do whole square. So we add 1 by 2 into 2 root 6 and also this by 3. 1 by 2 into 2 by 3 into root 6x whole square is equal to this whole square we are going to add on the left hand side and also on the right hand side. You can simplify it also. If this cancels out, then you can add root 6 by 3 whole square on the left hand side and on the right hand side. You can see here, you can cancel out these two, and then you get x minus root 6 by 3 whole square is equal to, you can say here, you can take it here, is equal to root 6 by 3 whole square minus the constant term, that's minus 2 by 3. So you get x minus x is equal to root 6 by 3. Now here d is equal to 0. So both the roots are of the same value. You know d is equal to b square minus 4ac. And when d is equal to 0, you know when d is 0, then both roots are of the same value. So here both roots of x are root 2 by 3. So we now move to the next. Now we see the next exercise, which is the word problem. Divide 50 into 2 parts so that the sum of squares of parts is 1300. So what do? Supposing one part is x, so definitely the other part will be 50 minus x. Now it's given that when you square these, the sum is equal to 1300. So I am squaring these and I put the sum as 1300. Now I have got an equation, and when I solve it, I'll get x square plus 2500 plus x square minus 100x is equal to 1300. Now part of constant term is on the right side already. Part is here. So I'll take this also on the right hand side and I'll combine these x square. So I'll get 2x square minus 100x is equal to 1300 minus 2500, which means minus 1200. Now I'll divide the whole equation by 2 so that the coefficient of square is 1. I'll get x square minus 50x is equal to minus 600. Now here I'll use a formula a minus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square minus 2ab. So when I use this formula and I'll see what part is to be added on the left hand side and the right hand side. What I'll do is I have this 50, so I'll do 1 by 2 into 50 whole square. This I'll add on the right hand side, and I'm writing the complete right hand side. This is minus 600, and on the left hand side also I add the same thing. So on the left hand side I get x square minus 50x plus 1 by 2 into 50 whole square. It means I can write it like this. This can cancel out. I am solving it further. Here I have not solved it totally. I am solving it further. So you will get x square minus 50x plus 25 whole square. So this means x square minus 50x plus 25 whole square. Is equal to 25 whole square. This also is 25, and I'll get 25 whole square is 625. So I get 625 minus 600, which is equal to 25, which is equal to plus minus 5 whole square. So what I'll get here is x. Now I've got the complete square. I'll write it in that form. It is x minus 25 whole square is equal to plus minus 5 whole square. Now when you take the under root of this, we'll get x minus 25 is equal to plus minus 5. When x is 5, so we'll get, when the right hand side I take plus 5, then I'll get x is equal to plus 5 and plus 25, which is 30. So I already got my answer. So one part is 30, so the other part will be 20. If you do squares of both, you'll get 900, 30 square is 900 and 20 square is 400. So 900 and 400, when you add them, you'll get 1300, which is what was already given. So here you see, we know that our solution is right. So I move on to the next equation and exercise. Here I have chosen another equation so that I can tell you that till now we have been completing the square in the form of a minus b whole square. Here I am doing it in the form of a plus b whole square. Till now we used to have here a negative sign in this term, but here I have got a positive sign. So here I will be able to use the formula a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. So first of all, I've already got the coefficient of a square as 1. So here, what I'm doing is, only I'm taking the constant term to the right hand side, and I get x square plus 18x is equal to minus 45. Now for this 18, what do I do? 1 by 2 into 18 whole square. I add it to the right hand side. So right hand side I get this whole square minus 45. This is my right hand side. And on left hand side, what do I have? X square plus 18x, and I am adding this term plus 1 by 2 into 18 whole square. Now you can cross this here also. You can cancel this. 2 9s are 18 here and here. So what do you get? X square plus 18x plus 81 is equal to 81 minus 45, which is equal to 36, which is equal to plus minus 6 whole square. So on the right hand side I've got a square. On the left hand side, this also is a square. This I'll get as x plus 9 whole square. X plus 9 whole square is equal to plus minus 6 whole square. From this, I take under root and I get x plus 9 is equal to plus minus 6. You can see it here. X will be equal to 6 minus 9. In one case, it will be minus 3. In another case, when x is minus 6, then you get minus 6 minus 9 is equal to minus 15. So, we have got two roots of x, minus 3 and minus 15. So, I hope this is also clear to you. Tips. Again, in tips, I have to say that Do not skip the steps, because if you skip the steps, you may miss something and the examiner also doesn't like it. You have to make it clear to him how you are proceeding. And please do take care of the plus and minus signs. I've given some practice work here. Try this at your home. And in case you find some difficulty, you can contact me. Please share the video, subscribe it, like it, so that you are updated regarding my next videos. Share to your groups. And I'm giving here my mail ID, ahujank51@gmail.com. You can write to me on this. Thank you.